Welcome back. Those were the main headlines and more details. President Fattah al-Sisi discussed the executive situation of a number of food projects currently under construction as he gave his directives to afford them with all components, namely qualified cadres and production requirements. This came during his meetings with the General Director of the National Service Projects Organization and a number of top executives. Details.
President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi held a meeting on Saturday with the General Director of the National Service Projects Organization, Lieutenant General Walid Abu al-Majd, and a number of top executives and businessmen. Presidential spokesperson Ambassador Bassam Radi said the meeting tackled the pace of work in a number of projects implemented by the organization all over Egypt. The meeting focused on the construction developments of the dairy products factory in Burj Al Arab, particularly the equipment and production lines, which are held in full partnership with the private sector and veteran foreign expertise in this field. Radi added that the president gave his directives to afford all the factory's components, namely qualified cadres, raw materials, production requirements, and good packaging to guarantee the best quality of products. The head of state also instructed the executives to expand constructing centers for collecting milk and boosting them with veterinary service and scientific labs to realize added value for small breeders and decrease the amount of imported milk products. The spokesperson also stated that the meeting reviewed the executive situation of the partnership between Egypt and Jordan in livestock and feeds.
Foreign Minister Samah Shoukry filed a letter to the UN Security Council in which Egypt expresses objection to Ethiopia's continued filling of the Renaissance Dam unilaterally, considered a clear violation to the Declaration of Principles Agreement and to the international law. The foreign minister said that during past negotiations, Egypt tried to reach a just and balanced agreement on filling and operating the dam. However, Ethiopia caused all efforts and endeavors to solve this crisis to fail. Shoukry also stressed Egypt's persistence on reaching an agreement on the Renaissance Dam, underscoring its rights and water security. He also called on the UN Security Council to shoulder its responsibilities in this issue. The Board of Trustees of Egypt's National Political Dialogue, NPD, agreed during its meeting Saturday, expressed appreciation for the recent presidential pardons for political activists at the end of the third meeting at the headquarters of the National Training Academy in Giza's Sheikh Zayed City. The board agreed to discuss 5 main issues from the social track: education, health, overpopulation, family and social cohesion, and the national culture and identity. According to Diya Rashwan, chairman of the press syndicate and coordinator of the NPD, more than 700 prisoners have been pardoned since the reactivation of the Presidential Pardon Committee in April. Within the framework of its strategy, the Interior Ministry continued its efforts to combat any types of illegal actions all over the country. The ministry continued its campaigns to follow up and control prices of strategic commodities. The ministry arrested a number of traders who used to hide strategic commodities, including food and petroleum products, to sell them in the black markets. The ministry also resumed its efforts to regulate traffic movement in the main streets to prevent traffic jams, particularly in rush hours. Earlier, it also intensified the security presence at the taxi stops and fuel stations in all governorates following the increase in fuel prices. This comes to prevent exaggeration of passenger tariffs or monopoly of fuel products prices.